Hey, it's Lala Flower Girl. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play. Now, I just want to do a little bit of a catch up because after I did my red bronze setup yesterday, I decided to go ahead and add in a couple of bits and pieces because I didn't think they needed to have a whole video just on their own, and I wanted to really get moving on building my shop. So that's what I want to kind of start to get into today, but I might get distracted with a few other things along the way, so I'll try not to do too much of different things, because this is how my mind works when I'm playing. It's like I go to do something and I run past something else and I think, oh, I'll just do that now, and so then I'm going off doing something and then I think, oh, hang on, I was actually doing this. So my mind works that way. I'm just all over the shop usually when I just play, but there's so much to do and so much to keep up with. It's constantly farming and checking and doing things, and then you think, oh, I've got to do this before I can do that, and it's like, yeah. So, and you find that with this game is that there are so many different things to do, and you can't always do one thing before you've done something else. There is some situations you have steps that you have to follow before you can get there, and unless you're just going to go and buy everything, then you don't have to follow steps, obviously, because it's easy. But if you're trying to do it a bit hardcore and you're trying to do everything for yourself, then yeah, you got to follow the steps. But anyway, getting back to our red bronze. So far we've actually got quite a few. So what 90? Oh, that's 114 we've got. So yeah, we're getting there. We need 250 for our upgrade, so we'll just let that run. But as you remember, I put out my gold and copper deposits. So my copper one, I said I thought was too far away to bring over here, and it would just waste, possibly have despawn. So over there I set up the presses. So now I've got bolts and rods coming in. So that one's got the bolts coming in and this one's got rods. So that's just set up there, and that's just gonna do its thing just in case I need those things. It's just nice to have the resources available if you find yourself needing it. And I did in the end decide to feed this other gold one up to here, so I used ramps to get it up here. So I've put in, it's taken 5 ramps to get it up to where I needed it. So we've got that going here now, and that feeds in the gold there, and it doesn't do too bad. It comes up here okay, and then it feeds in and drops in here. So yeah, that works quite well actually. With the 2 gold coming in here, there seems to always be gold there waiting for copper, so I like that. That works really well. Okay, so down to where I want to do my shop. Now, I'm going to get rid of all of these hammers. If you notice, people will have these hammers on your block, and some people say, how do I get rid of it? Well, this is exactly how you get rid of it. That means that you have a quest that you're currently doing. So one of your quests in here requires you to craft something on a workbench. Now, it doesn't turn up for the crafting items with red flowers. This is just more of a progressive quest that's got something that you need to craft to progress to the next quest. So this one here, craft a void potion. See, I went to the void isles to try and catch up to where I was before with that. So now I need to craft the void potion to get rid of that. So as soon as I've done that, then all of these will, or should, go away. And I have to do this one on the brewing stand, and I have to make a void potion. So there we go. That is all done. So now all of those have disappeared. So that is that. That's how you get rid of that. That's a very simple way of doing it. Just look through your quest log and find what you haven't done. Okay, so for my shop, now I'll get into that in just a minute. If you haven't already, if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. I appreciate every one of you following my little journey here. I'm having a ball doing this. This is really making me think about everything again and not just having everything, which you get to a point where you've got most things that you want and you're comfortable, and then you might get bored. If you do, open another slot and start hardcore. That really brings you back into line with how the game goes. Alright, so I've decided over here that these are the materials that I am going to use in my shop build. So I've got some coral, some neon, a couple of decorations, and then I've got my basalt, I've got plain, carved and slab, and then I've got my spirit blocks as well. We've got stairs, blocks and slabs. Now a good thing to remember is that when you are building like a floor or something, use slabs, because you can actually double what you've got. So if you've got 10 planks, you'll make 20 slabs, so you can kind of cover the same amount of area with slabs, but using the planks you can double the amount that you've got. So that's a handy thing to do, is to use slabs and just put them on the top half of the block for the floor. So that's what I'm going to use. I've got all of these things here. That's what I'm going to do. And I've kind of got an area here set up. So this is the area that I want to use for now. It's kind of going to be open with a few bits and pieces, bits of highlights and stuff around as well. And so these squares here indicate where I want to put vending machines. So this is the amount of vending machines I want to have. I definitely do not have that amount of vending machines because I haven't got enough gears as yet. But you can always set up one of your vending machines to buy vending machines if you really wish. I don't have a lot of money for buying things in a shop, so I'm tending to just like sell what I can from my inventory. So this is mainly going to be just bits and pieces, and it's a way to start. Like if you don't have a heap of stuff that you want to sell, like eventually you can build up to all your limiteds or whatever items that you actually want to sell, so you can build up to it. But when you're first starting, just set up a few machines and have a look in your inventory and say, okay, I've got a spare furniture workbench, I'll sell that. I've got brown rabbits and white rabbits, I'll sell those. I've got amethyst crystals, I've got berries, I've got cakes, I've got, what else have I got? I've got plushies, I've got seeds, I've got flowers, honeycomb, fireflies, anything in here. Actually I'm kind of using my jam sandwich, but anything that you're not using or that you've got excess of, like a syrup bottler. Like I don't have any use for like a couple of these extra things, pages, pizzas, all these sorts of things. So you can look at saplings, you can make like scales, you can sell those. Snow, if you've got lots of snow, you can sell those. You can do tokens and gears, and I could even sell my excess totems if you want. Void grass, void sand, void blocks, like all these things that you're not actually using or that you just want to get out of your bag. So, and if you've got any treasure chests, definitely sell those as well. I've got some wool, I've got benches, whatever you've got extras you can sell. Alright, and that's how you usually can start your shop, is just sell what you've got in your inventory that you're not using. For one thing, it clears your inventory, and for another thing, you don't have to go and buy a heap of stuff to get started. You don't need to do that. Like, it doesn't matter what you sell, just sell something, and you'll learn very quickly after publishing a couple of times the kinds of things that are not going to sell. So then you can just like hold on to them or try and find that rare shop that is buying it itself. So just try with whatever you've got in your inventory is what you should be selling. But right now I can't sell anything because I don't actually have a shop. So this is the layout that I'm going for. So these are my aisles, so they're not too crowded. Okay, so this is the amount of vending machines, and I'm going to have access either end, so you can go, this is going to be a door, you come in the door, and then there's going to be a nice open space, few decorations, just make it look appealing. And then you can walk around the aisles here, and then you have access through here as well. And at the very most I would stack them too high, but I don't even have enough vending machines for that, and I probably won't either. So we're just gonna do a basic single layer thing at the moment. Alright, so what we are going to start with is I'm just going to get out my blocks that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use that one, and that one. And I'm going to use that. And then that one, and that one. So they're my main building blocks, is all of these. The coral is for decorating and highlighting later on, but for the most part it's going to be this. Now I have slate stairs as well. Okay, so basalt stairs. So they're going to be my entrance, and that is going to be here. Alright, so we're gonna just get rid of this lot here, and we're just gonna start in the middle here with the entrance. So this is my center block, that's why that one is there, because I like to kind of have a rough idea of what I'm doing and where my center is, because I kind of like things centered and symmetrical. That's just a personal choice, but yeah, not everyone will like that, but a lot of people will. Okay, so my main floor block is going to be my slabs, and I'm going to do those in here. So we're just gonna, I'll take some of these out and put in the highlights that I want, like the neon and the coral. They will be going in a lot of this. So this is just doing the basics. There's a lot of building and deleting and building and destroying stuff when you're actually building. Any builder would probably say the same thing, is that you'll build something and then you'll take it down, and then you'll build it again, and then you'll take it down. So this is basically just how I build. Is I get a basic plan and then we go for it. Just let me get rid of that quest, I don't want that there. And I'm just gonna build this up. I'm gonna have to make some more slabs, but that's okay. So I went out and did the spirit quest so that I could get all of those spirit trees, because I thought I might need some spirit wood. So that's why I've been farming that as well. So I've been doing a lot of farming of different things. I went out and got more coral, that sort of thing. And then here, no, that's as far as I'm going to go with that. Sorry. I'm going to make some more slabs. So we'll go over to our workbench and we'll go in here, type slab. And now you can't see the spirit slabs here, but they are actually in here. All the plank slabs are in here. So then you go right to the end, make that, and we'll make we make 100. That gives us 200. So, and I have these there. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover most of this floor with the slabs at the moment. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright, so I'm going to speed through this so it's not quite so boring for you guys, and then I'll come back when I'm doing something different. Okay, so I've found the center again, and this is where I'm going to start making my patterns in the floor. Just kind of makes everything a little bit more interesting when you've got a pattern in there. So actually I'm going to put a carved one in there because I think the carved looks really cool. And so around this I'm going to take out 2 blocks and 1 block there. So I'm just gonna do this around, and we're just gonna have a look and see. So this one's gonna have some pink coral in there surrounding that. I actually like the contrast between the basalt and the coral, so that's why I've gone with that. We're going to take out these ones. And we're going to put in the carved basalt. Like that. So that is my basic pattern for this one. I might do another part. I think I'll take out the center line and we'll see if I can make another pattern either side. Alright, we'll do that, and that needs to be... Alright, we're going to do some... maybe like that. Is that going to give us enough room? So do basalt there. We'll put the 2 coral and a basalt and 2 coral. Yep, that's fine. That'll work. Work fine. Yeah, that's how it goes. So I'm just going to repeat the same pattern here. It's pretty simple pattern that I'm trying to go for here, because it's just a small shop. But I still want it to be comfortable and that for everybody. So if we do just a few patterns like that down the center. So there was 3 in there. So do 1, another 2 there. Then it's going to be 2 pink, a basalt, and 2 pink. And then put 2 basalt in there. I think I'm actually going to put basalt across there as well. Alright, now we're going to take out this one. Oops, that doesn't matter. Nope. Coral. There we go. And then the basalt around the edges. So there we have my pretty basic pattern that I wanted to use for this. So sort of got our start here. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to put them in the sides as well. Should we see if we can at least put 1? How many across is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should work. I should be able to put them across here as well, but I don't have enough coral at the moment. I could do 1 more, but I'll have to go and get more coral. So I'll do those. I'll copy this again over here maybe and do it, and I might even put a basalt path along here to the middle. Is that the middle? 1, 2, 3, 6. That's uneven, isn't it? I can't do that. That is not going to work because I haven't got enough spaces. What I might do is I'm actually going to, yeah, I'll do that. I'll take it out one more out here. So we're going to take out these. Just when you think you've got it all worked out, it changes. It's like I've got basic ideas, but yeah, the actual end product is never what I start with. And I'm sure you guys are all the same. So you start with a great idea and then it just builds and changes from there. You know, people say, I don't know what to build, and I'm like, just start building. Just start building and something will happen for you. You'll get some ideas. It will, yeah, you'll work it out. Trust me, you'll work it out. This is the same. Yeah, this is the same. And that's all right. We can work with this. We've got all the space. No, wrong one. That's all right. That was stone. Doesn't matter. I'll just put that one there. That can go there. That's all right. It's just a marker. And we'll put that in there. All right, that will work better. Now we have a center. And that is the center. And that will work fine. So what I might do is put a little path kind of thing over here. And this can be, that's the center. So when I take that one out, that is going to be coral. And that will be coral. That and that. That and that. Okay, so put our coral in. So yeah, there we go. That's all my coral done. So we're going to be looking for more coral. That's okay. It's not hard to get coral. Not hard at all. Best place. I found a really good place for getting coral, and that is in Slime Island. There's an area there where it spawns quite well. Alright, so that is the start of our patterns, and you can see what I'm kind of doing here is that's, and I'll do some more along here. Kind of join them up so they're a bit of a path. So, and that's what I'm going to do with that. So that's all I can do with the floor for now. And along this area here, so there's going to be another part along here to get to here. So that's the center. How many? And then along here was going to be that. That's what we do with that. Okay, just gonna put that back in there for now. I'll put the basalt in here so I know where I'm gonna need coral. Okay, so that is our pattern there. That. Okay, so that one's there. That will get filled in with coral, and then there'll be some more over there. So I might go ahead and just get these outlines done, and then I'll be back with you for the next part. Okay, so I've run out of carved basalt, so I'm currently making some more. So I've got my stone cutters working away here, but of course it's a step process. You've got to put the basalt in to make bricks, and then you've got to put the bricks back in to make tiles, and then you've got to put the tiles back in to make carved. So it's a bit of a process, so I won't stick around and wait for that because it's like watching paint dry. So I'm going to show you what I wanted to do for the front. So the front here, I'm going to try and do something a little bit creative and fancy. So we're going to take out this stone, and I'm going to show you what I've worked out for this. So this is going to make just a little bit fancy without being too difficult. Okay, so put a row of neon along there, and then we get our stairs. Now we're going to put our stairs and make them go upside down. Okay, so instead of just putting them like this, you can put that next to it like that. It won't matter. I mean, actually that might even work out better, and then you can do one like that as well. You could probably do that if you wanted. That actually works out nice. I think we'll do that. Because originally I was just going to do them all upside down, but no, I actually like that. That will actually work well. We'll go with that, shall we? And there we go. So that has sort of made a bit of a fancy front to our shop. And then on top of this neon, we don't really want to have it bright there, so we're gonna make that like this. So that's how that's gonna be. So the front of our shop is gonna have this kind of fancy lighting bit here, and we're going to do the same on this side. Get our neon, do a row of neon. Is that as far as it went, or did I go one more? No, that's as far as I went. Good. Alright, so then we're going to do the same on this side, put one upside down, one upright. And that just gives you a nice little lighting feature. It's not too difficult, and it looks fancy, and then people think that you've done something really cool. Actually, I'm going to or I might change that. Now that I've put the basalt there, I'm going to move it. Oh, basalt's so hard to hit. So hard. Actually, do I have? I do. I'm going to use some of this Bhutan butter tea, and it helps with your break speed. So do that, and then you just hit it a lot faster. Still takes the same amount of actual hits, but I swing faster. Alright, so we'll leave that. We're going to put this basalt over the top here. This is where we're going to put it. So it's actually creating the front wall. Okay, that's better. That's more like it. And we'll do that. And then over the top of this neon, well, we don't actually need to put anything on top of it. That can actually just stay there. That's fine. If it becomes too bright, we can fix it after with some glass or something. Do you know what I would love? I would love glass steps. I would love stairs to come in glass. I reckon that'd be awesome. Maybe I'll put that suggestion in. We might be able to get glass stairs. How would that be? I reckon that'd be pretty cool. I'm going to do that. I'm going to add that in. Alright, anyway, that's off the subject. Alright, so there is the front of our shop. We've got our fancy little lights going there. Alright, well, I have been doing this for quite a while now, so I've got to go and get some more coral and wait for my carved basalt, but so far I'm liking what we are coming up with here, and I hope you guys are too. And if you want to use any of these ideas, or yeah, absolutely use it. I think it's fancy. For a little shop, I think it's gonna be pretty. I love it. All right, guys, that will be it for this one. I will continue building in another episode when I have got some more resources. So yeah, if you see me on Slime Island, I'm probably underwater collecting coral. All right, well, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. I will see you next time.